Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
Right on, keep playing. And if you're not playing, keep talking about gear, right? So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Tuesday night, Guitarsenal, 9:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are set, ready to go. It is August 5th, 2025. And we got some boys here. We've got Jimmy, the Nibbler. Randy, R5 the Ripper. Hey. Symmetry Trev right down there. Welcome in, boys. Good to see you. What's happening?
Hey.
Hey, look at that. What you got in your lap there, Randy?
Probably something that's whacked out of tune. Oh, look at that.
We're twinning tonight. How about that?
Need to put some yeller in there.
Is that what I need to do? So you went all out on that one. You put a single coil in it. You did some yellow strap locks and strap and all that good stuff. Changed it out to
the yellow knob.
Is it a tone zone in the bridge, if I remember, or the AT?
It's neither. This is a. It started as a Sonic Ecstasy, and it was something was screwy with it. It sounded single coily, so I had Willie rewind it, so it's now a Rocket Pickups Flamethrower D,
right? Which
is like super hot PAF.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Air Norton S in the neck.
And what magnet did you go with that one?
It's a rough A5.
Rough A5. Is that the same thing that was in the JB?
Back in the day, yeah.
So they say.
Yep.
Cool. Right on. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and get started with a big thank you and a shout out to our channel members. We do have channel membership available on the channel. Remember, if you're a channel member, you are qualified to win the grand prize that we are giving away on August 23rd, coming up soon. But a big thank you and shout out to all of our channel members. There is a join button over underneath the video and in the description of the video tonight. Helps to support the channel, doing what we're doing, keeping the lights on and keeping strings and things on our guitars. So we appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you. All right, on. Shall we get over to the chat and see who is here tonight? All the early birds. Uh-oh. Is my stuff not working? Yep. Hang on. See, I've been having some trouble with some things tonight, so let me get this sorted here just real quick. Let's see what happens here. All right, that's that. Back over here. Let's see if this works now. Nope. Oh well. Anybody got a zipper sound? Oh, that sucks. Okay, so we'll let's see what we'll do here. Let's see what we got.
Got a shit sound.
Let's go with this one. This one, yeah, this one is effective. Oh, it was delayed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's try it again. There we go.
Just had to wake up a little.
Yeah, it just had to. I did have to reboot and reset some sound stuff. Let's see. So who is here? First in that I see is channel member. Man, already at it. It is Dan Gorman. Welcome in, Dan. Oh man, we're just on top of the game tonight, aren't we? You want me to take care of it for you, Randy, or you got it?
Dude, this thing is so out of tune because I haven't played it in so long.
All right. Let's see. Is this thing even on? That'll have to suffice for tonight. Welcome in, Dan. Was that extra loud? It seems like just all my levels are off tonight. I don't know. All right, who we have next? It is a channel member, Earl Coley is here saying howdy friends and looking forward to some more gear talk. Good to see you, Earl. Channel member Darboard bringing in the gold. No, not gold. It would be what? Bronze medal place tonight. Let's see. Welcome in, Darren. We got channel member Chuck C is here. Right on. Channel member and crew member and non-panel member tonight. It is R2R3, a locking nut. Rest in peace, R2. Yes. Let's see. Right after that, we have the one, the only, the official Rob Blackmore, channel member. Good to see you, Rob. Wall of Cries is in here. Good to see you. Yostinator is also here. Good to see you hanging out with us. We got channel member Cucumber CMBR is here. Right on. Papa Blue is hanging out. Always good to see Papa. Todd 0864 is here once again. Channel member Stu Petty saying, what's up, fellas? Just hanging, just chilling. We got channel member Blue Mox is here saying hey to the crew and the chatsters. Hope everyone is doing great. Good to see you, Blue. CLS Christopher Lifesova is here. Michigan's own Billy Strings with the new guitar work on the King of the Hill season 14. What's up, fellas? Good to see you, man. The one, the only channel member, crew member, panel member, and executive producer member, Symmetry Trev.
Super Symmetry.
That's right. Channel member Joe Christian is here hanging out. Good to see you, Joe. We've got channel member Bo, Guitar Man 45. Is this where the rockers hang? You got it. Tuesday nights. Let's see. We've got channel member Matt McCullum Music is here. Matt, you want to jump in tonight? Somebody send him a link. See if he wants to jump in. We got Mark Spurgeon is hanging out. Right on. Let's see. We also have Brian Peterson. Brian Peterson. Let's see. Who else? Look at here. Mr. Kramer himself. Robbie Stingle is in the chat. Good to see you, Robbie. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Let's see. We also have No Man's Land. Good to see you, sir. We have channel member Stephen Franklin. What's up to the crew and the chat? I mentioned earlier we were doing the big giveaway. Most of the stuff donated by Mr. Stephen Franklin. So thank you once again, sir, for your channel support. We're going to all be looking forward to the 23rd. Going to be giving some stuff away. Going to be fun time. Let's see. Cushman, NYC channel member, is here saying hey to the boys. Good to see you, Cush. Let's see. We also have, scrolling on down, we've got Rico is here saying what's up, boys. Good to see you, Rico. And the fireman with the mostest is channel member Andy Carson is here. What's up, good people of Crewland and the chat. Always good to see you, Andy. Let's see. Who else? Scrolling on down. Scrolling. We've got Quentin, channel member, Guitar Talk Universe. I win anything? No. Channel member Scott Brockway is saying, what's up, gentlemen? Good to see you, Scott.
Scotty got a new guitar.
Right on. Let's see. Scrolling. Who else do we have? Channel member, a Greasy, a Monkey, a Guitars.
And there can be none more greasy.
All right. Welcome in, Greasy. Let's see. Who else is here? There she is. Arkansas, channel member and mod for the channel. Good to see you, Arky. Let's see. Who else do we have? I think we are caught up. If for some reason I missed you in the chat, say something and we will grab you and we will say hello. So what is going on, boys? What are we talking about tonight? Obviously you grabbed that guitar for a reason, Randy. Is there anything else that you've done differently to it?
Hey, I changed the nut again.
From?
Well, I have tuning problems with this guitar, intonation problems. That one day I will fix. But the nut shelf was cut a little high. And the Floyd 1000 nuts are a smidge taller than the OFR nuts. So R2 sent me a chrome German, original R3 nut to put on here.
Which should have brought it down a little bit.
Which brought it down a little bit, and it helped it out immensely, but it's still a little sharp when fretting, up here.
And why do you think that is? What exactly is causing that, you think?
The nut's still a little too high.
So a little too much difference from there to the first fret?
Yeah, and I'm having to really push down to fret up here. I mean, it's nowhere near as bad with the German nut, but I ended up needing that chrome nut for my build that is almost done.
Gotcha.
And that neck that I took this off of had the, what I guess they call it, the aged chrome finish. It really just looks like a brushed chrome. So I swap-a-rooed that nut and put the aged chrome nut on this, and this nut's a little bit taller than the one I took off. So
Gotcha.
this nut's in between like a 1000, and this is a German nut.
So what's preventing you from pulling the nut off and just hogging a little bit of material off of that shelf?
I've got like a bunch of other shit over here I can play.
Right. So just laziness, basically.
Pretty much, and it wouldn't take much. Maybe pull the nut off and probably 2, maybe 3 passes at most with like some 320. Just
I tell you what,
probably do it.
Mike 40 Grit would not have that. He would
No,
not
he
have
would
that.
not.
No,
He would
he would
not.
have fixed that like years ago. So you should be ashamed.
I know. It's funny, him and I have talked about this guitar too. So the only other possibility is that the shelf was cut too far forward. That is another possibility.
Right.
But I mean, even so, you should be able to intonate that out down here.
You would think so. Yeah.
And there's still plenty of intonation room on the bridge. So
And is it just like 1 string, 2 strings, or all of them?
it's all of them.
Interesting.
I have to temper tune it to play chords.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So this is the E flat guitar for now. And yeah, if I tune it to E flat and play like a D chord, it's really noticeable that the G and B strings are sharp. So I play a D chord and I tune it to the D chord,
Right.
basically, because it pretty much stays in E flat / drop C sharp for the Alice in Chains block.
And then anything else, you just kind of pull it back to where it needs to be.
No,
When you-
I just leave it like that.
I know, but I mean, like if you do another chord, you'll kind of pull those other ones kind of into where they sound okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll either tune it to a D or I'll play, like you said, an F chord or something like that, and just kind of fine tune it. I think right now the E and the B are like, I think they're like 6 cents flat, and then the G string is, I think it's 4 cents flat. The D's like one or 2 cents flat. It doesn't really matter. The human ear can't really hear plus or minus 5 cents.
Especially in a mix like that, yeah.
Right. So
And if you put a doubler on it or a detune, you're right there.
Or stack 2 chorus pedals with a doubler.
There you go. Something like that. Yeah.
It's all wavy gravy, baby.
Kind of hides it. Yep. Hey, we got Way Up Dude is here. Good to see you hanging out with us. Scroll back a little bit, see if I missed anybody. Doesn't look like it. Let's see if there's anything going on in the chat.
Yeah, Blue Mark's got a sad story.
Scott saying, yep, nut very slightly taller.
Quentin, I do
Blue
play
Mox.
rhythm guitar here and there.
Says, okay, now I'll talk. I have the saddest new guitar story of the day. I only cried for 3 hours. The wife stopped me from hurting myself. Does the story continue later? Okay, all right. Yeah. Robbie's saying, do tell. Let's see. Randy's always damn picky. Blue Mox says, my new Epi, a Jerry Cantrell Wino from Sweetwater, double boxed and in its custom case, broken headstock. Oh, man.
Didn't Phil McKnight get a Les Paul from somewhere that was double boxed in the case and all that crap, brand new, and he opened it up with a broken headstock?
No telling. Hey, look at there. Asking ye shall receive. He's knocking on the door. We've got, ladies and gentlemen, Matt. Good to see you, Matt. Welcome
Matty.
inside.
Yeah. I'm sitting there eating a sandwich. I'm like, hey, he said my name. Hey, you should come on. Like,
Well, he noticed too that I was wearing his custom T-shirt tonight. So
I'm like, son of a bitch. I should have worn mine. Everybody else wearing them.
right? And look there, Jimmy's got his on. Man, we're just all twinning tonight.
I had mine yesterday.
Me and Jimmy got the
the day
same
before
shirt.
that.
Me and Randy, same guitar. What's been going on, Matt? How you been?
Oh, life.
Yeah.
It's been
When you moving out of that place and moving in over here?
well, I would have to figure out a new place to work. That tends to be the problem.
Right. That's the same thing Randy said.
Oh, well, yeah, if I leave this place all the way out there, it would add like over an hour to my drive, so I'd have to wake up at like 3:30 in the morning.
That would suck.
Yeah, I already did that once for 2 years. I'm good.
So what else
I'm
you
looking
got?
for work. So.
What else you got going on new in the guitar world?
Oh, boy. Trev, Ken, and I wrote a sludge metal song.
I got it right here. Put it in the stream deck.
Oh yeah, is it ready to go?
No,
Can we take a listen?
but he's going to do it anyway.
Yeah, let's have a listen.
Not loud enough?
No.
You got to come way up.
Yeah. Get him, Mike.
It's one of those songs you got to have real fucking loud.
How long is it?
In the last minute.
Of course, I repeat the end just to piss you off.
I can just hear all the.
I was actually singing like Alice in Chains, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing that thing. I think you all laughing when you find out what the tuning is.
It's probably just drop D or something.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Channel member Joe McGraw, what's up, man? Welcome in.
Like you
Right
almost
on.
feel like there's a baritone. But that kind of sounds like a baritone because there is.
Yeah.
Behind the standard tune
Yeah,
guitar.
yeah. No, it sounded pretty good. Let's see. We got Sarah is here. Good evening, y'all, is what she's saying. Good to see you, Sarah. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Anybody else that's jumping in? Let me see. Yeah, it's a bummer about the headstock, but the Blue says they've got a selected one on the way for him. So let's see. Anybody else jumping in? 40 Grit has jumped in. Channel member, good to see you. Mike just walked in from work. Send that guitar to me, Randy. Let's just fix it. That's what I'm saying, man. Yep. We got Mean Joe McGraw, channel member, is here. Been so busy, haven't had a chance to play my retirement present yet. An EVH Wolfgang special, but in my defense, it's been all doctor appointments, but not dying on yo asses. I'm too tough for that. Well, that's good to hear, Joe. We got Mitch Heyman is here. Good to see you, Mitch. I don't know what your schedule is tomorrow, Mitch, but maybe if Charles has some time, we can jump on another thing and see if we can't get him sorted. Let's see, who else do we have? Hey, look here, channel member John DeShane, crew member. I don't know why he's not a panel member tonight, is here in the chat. Good to see you, John. Let's see, who else is here? Everybody's saying hey to everybody. We said hey to Way Up Dude, didn't we?
We did.
Let's see. Todd 0864, I think we said hey to. And we have just in, kicking the door down, is channel member Anti DIY HVAC. I'm right there with you, brother. Right there with you.
Don't do it.
And then sneaking in, we also have Rene Fernandez.
What up, dude?
Is here. Saying, hey guys, always my respects to all of you. We miss Master John today.
Do we really?
I didn't even notice that he wasn't here. So.
Who's John?
Right. So, let's see. Right on, Mitch. We'll have to hook up after work. I'm typically home by 6 or so we'll figure something out tomorrow. Let's see. I have a little something that worked on since we're playing tunes. Let me see where the best place would be to find it, and then see what I can do here. Let me open that. Can you guys hear that? Was it a little too loud?
Seems okay.
I don't know. You didn't play it long enough.
I know. Let's see. Let me bump that down just a little bit. And come here. All right. Let me know what you guys think of this.
Your dreams and I will tell you about mine. Days gone past, wishes unfulfilled, in the passing of time. Am I flying through the air or running for my life? My adrenaline is pumping from the excitement or strife. There are friends from long ago and friends that are new. Oh, so many, many faces that I see, but then there is you. Excitement, joy, and happiness, these all come to mind. Never have I met someone like you, as beautiful and kind. will love you forever, my friend, till the passing of all time. Tell me about your dreams, I've told you about mine.
What do you boys think of that?
Dig it.
I like that. Where'd you get all this stuff from?
It's a secret.
That sounds like previously recorded in a studio.
It sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother and I, my brother came over, and he has this tool, and we got to work, and those are some lyrics that I had written long ago. And so what you do is you can put in your lyrics, and you sort it out how you want it, and then you can even like play a little riff or something, and maybe give it like a little direction, and then it will kind of generate something, and then you kind of tweak it until you hear what you were hearing in your head, and that is all AI. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
That's why we don't play with that anymore. I got scolded hard for that. They were like, "No."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, he was showing me what you could do with it.
Isn't that some shit? Yeah.
And you could write a freaking album if you got lyrics and whatever, and you got some kind of thing that you have in your head, and so this is kind of the debate that I wanted to talk about tonight. I wanted to bring this up and talk about it. So the future of music, is it AI? Mr. Franklin throwing it out there for us. Right on. Thank you. $5 super chat from Mr. Stephen Franklin. Say broken headstock sucks. Sorry, I need to ask what's the worst anyone has received, a guitar or a piece of equipment? Me personally, I have been pretty fortunate. Everything has come in pristine. I think the only thing that I ever had was that middle cabinet. I bought it from Musician's Friend probably back in 2007 when they first came out. And the box had a dent in it. And fortunately, it was on the back. And on the Tolex on the back, there's just a little crease that you can see. So that if that's the worst of what I ever received, then I'm doing pretty good. What about you guys?
Nicks and scratches.
Yeah.
Poor setups, mostly.
Yeah. Nothing as far as shipping damage or anything, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I've had shipping damage, but I think the worst is I had a guitar that had so much bio waste on it that
Don't sell Jimmy a guitar with chud on the fretboard, god damn it.
that it was so disgusting that I was just like, yep. I mean, I can tolerate a lot, but sorry, I don't want your bodily cheese on a guitar.
Robbie says an ESP82 stamped reverse grill that he received was a mess. Quentin says, now I feel like I just fiddled a ladyboy. I guess since I said it was AI generated. Scott's been messing with Moises a lot. It's amazing for making backing tracks and figuring stuff out. Yeah. Let's see. Joe Alba is here saying cheers all. Late to join just in time for the AI chat. Yes, we're about to get into it. Oh boy, as a lifelong CS geek, I'm pretty well versed on the topic.
In our lifetimes, I don't think it'll take over because live shows are still a real big thing. But once holograms and venues start to do non-physical performers, then music careers are outnumbered.
Well, it's really interesting how close you can really kind of tweak, the tune when in this particular thing that we were working with. When I had the lyrics for this song, I was thinking of a kind of a groove, and once I say it, you guys might recognize it. Perfect Circle, Judith.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that. Yeah.
Kind of that groove and drive to it, with the driving bass line and the high, guitar parts and whatnot. And with the tweaking and everything that we did and what we were telling it. So what's the real difference in having, some musicians sitting here and saying, no, I want it this way. And they come up with a part and you go, yes, that's it.
From an engineer standpoint,
what's the difference in that? And then you telling a computer, no, I want it this way. And then it does it and you go, yeah, that's what I want.
I enjoy the process of writing a song.
Right. Now, I'm not debating one side or the other.
That's my stance on the whole situation. I have AI programs that will write stuff for me. Mm-hmm. I just choose not to really use them. I use it for like hip hop stuff and maybe scoring orchestras behind things.
Right.
But the main music you're hearing is all just me sitting there for, 5 weeks programming drums.
Mm-hmm. Now you have to wonder, a lot of these backing tracks that we find and use are
100%.
Those AI generated, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be a good use of it. Tell it that you want this particular type of tune, and you just want it to be repetitive and be able to play over it.
That's always my stance on it. I'm like, there's going to be people who use it and like it, and there's going to be people who don't use it and don't care about it, and then there's going to be people that just hate to hate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is what it is.
I think that if you were able to get it to where you could actually play, the exact riff that you want and feed it in, and then it takes that riff and then adds a bass line or whatever.
So the MIDI stuff I have does that for MIDI stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
It writes MIDI blocks for me. So I input something, it'll MIDI block it out. But for like hard rock and stuff like that, it's useless. Because it's really simple and barbaric compared to like, oh, I want a bunch of sweepy crazy and all this.
Right.
But you can always add all that later, or start another project and make it do that and then drag that over type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
You still have to sit there and make each increment.
Right. Yeah. So I guess my question for the night is, where do you draw the line with, where do you say that it's no longer anything original?
From the fucking start.
Yeah, I personally will not use it in any of my actual music. No, I won't play with AI music. AI video is something I mess with a lot.
But
for sure.
If it comes out and it's good, and it was your input that created it.
But I didn't sit there and create it.
Exactly.
I feel like I want to pick up that get fiddle and sit there and I come home and that's all I want to do.
Right? Yeah.
I want to work. I want to work the parts out.
I don't want to sit there and tell AI to do it. Then I'll just get bored of it, and then I'll stop making music because AI is just better than me. So why should I bother?
I think boring is a good word.
It sounds boring.
But before I told you guys, you were all like, "Yeah, it sounds pretty good."
No, we 100% agree that the music sounds good. Yes, but I find that a boring process versus let's get the band together. Let's get the the boys in the studio and sweat our balls off and record some sick shit.
I mean, it sounds good for 2006.
It reminded me of 2000 for sure. Yeah. I was like, there's a bit of Tool, a bit of Disturbed.
That's kind of
Breaking Ben,
Breaking Benjamin. Yeah.
That's kind of exactly what I was kind of had in my head. Yeah.
Right.
And then there's the other side of it where like it can't generate a lot of the shit that I write because we're in a whole new genre of metal now. I mean, you could have a random generator generate these kinds of things, but I don't think the AI is going to get it.
See, this was before I told anybody. Blue Monks is like Tool crossed with someone. This is killer. Yeah. And see, Joe says cool song and lyrics. Those are my lyrics. So when does
I was on the fence because the drums, there was some weird shit going on with the drums that got me like,
Yep.
Is it a weird sample or is it what's going on there?
Right.
But other than that, you had me convinced for sure. The guitar
Right.
stuff was really fucking good. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's aspects of, just like when you see somebody make AI videos, like AI can't do hands properly.
Well, now it
Right.
can't.
Usually you see it and like it's the fucker's got like 3 fingers and like a
Right.
blob or something like that. There's still things when it comes to the AI generated music, and Rick Beato's, as much as I hate to bring him up, has done like 2 or 3 live streams about AI
Yeah, I watched it.
stuff, and it's like drum
There's an AI band that's popular right now.
right. It's drums. There's not much guitar stuff that it can't do unless it's a pretty complex pattern or riff. Then it's a little like wonky.
Remind me of who Corey Taylor is with.
Stone Sour, Slipknot.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it had a kind of Stone Sour vibe, but with like a different singer.
Right. Now, see, the voice is you sing a couple of verses, and then it tries to mimic your voice,
Right.
and it gets pretty dang close.
You get the problem with that though, and it's either, this is the standout point for me, like Matt said with the drums, is when it does that, it gets auto-tuney sounding with the vocals.
Well, what is auto tuning now these days?
There's plenty of guys out there that still don't use that shit.
Yeah,
but if you turn on the radio,
I just sound like shit all the time.
no, there's rock bands out there that don't use it, but they're usually not the ones that get played 100 times a day on the radio. Just like your modern pop country and your pop music's all fucking pitch corrected and auto tuned. Half them people can't sing for shit without it.
Most of them are talking. We make them sing in the studio.
Yeah.
I just pipe you into a keyboard. There you go. Now you know what you're doing.
I don't know. It's the same to me as when you take a song from the 70s or early 80s or whatever, and then you get the stems and line it all up on a grid and put it to a specific BPM, and it takes the whole vibe out of it. But we've been conditioned for the last 25 years of Pro Tools and everything being on a click.
Yeah, Band-Aid on. Well, I, for the longest time, have always said that real people playing real instruments is always going to sound better because you get the dynamic human feel of it.
It's human error.
Exactly. There was some things on YouTube where they took Led Zeppelin tunes and they corrected them to and it sounds like crap. You know, it doesn't have that natural feel.
Did Metallica too?
He did Running with the Devil, and it's terrible.
Yeah, you're running with the devil's back.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same as using a pitch shifter? No.
No.
Hey boys, we got Pedro Lucas S.
What's up, Pedro?
Is here saying yo guys and good evening. Good to see you in Pedro. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Let's see. Joe says, I hope there's always an audience for original work, although our original work is all influenced by lots of bands already.
That's just how it's always
Nothing
going
wrong
to
with
be.
that.
That's how it's been.
Ladies
since
and
the beginning of
gentlemen, we
time.
have John DeShane joining us. Welcome in, John.
What is up, everybody?
Let's see. Papa Blue says, if you take a picture, that doesn't mean you painted it. That's what I think of AI. That's a pretty good analogy there.
Yeah.
A pretty popular analogy. Yeah.
Yep. Pretty good. Yep.
Right. If you pour Campbell's soup in a fucking bowl and heat it up, did you really make the soup?
Well, you had input.
Well, here, like I use
Zach
AI
Thong
for
is here. Good to see Zach. Right on.
for helping with lyrics. So like I won't use it. Sometimes you can have it write lyrics for you, but it's whack. So I'll put my shit into it and be like, hey, can you make this more like rhymey? And it'll suggest words, and it really speeds up my word flow.
Yep. Yeah.
Usually I have programs for that. There are professional grade programs. It's just a rhyming thesaurus and dictionary basically in a program that would AI generate things for you. Well, now you can just use AI.
Yeah.
And it's getting to a point now where you probably could have it write full songs because it is getting really good at at writing stuff.
You would just say, hey, write me a song about, this girl with flour in her hair.
Well, the prompting,
And it'll
I
write.
find you have to be super specific. And like the bigger the prompt, the better the result's going to be. You whack a huge prompt into that thing, tell it exactly every detail of every instance of what you want to happen, and It's
Write
amazing.
me a love song about Emily Ratajkowski falling in love with me.
There
It
you
will.
go. And it'll do it.
It
Yep.
will.
Sound the Sirens is here. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Welcome in.
The only
Let's
problem is
see.
it's going to sound like a middle schooler off their meds wrote it.
Well, that's pretty
She's
much my
got
brain,
big
isn't it?
titties.
Joe says, I think it takes away from creativity unless you're just getting ideas from it, but using it for a song just isn't right. Yeah.
I kind of feel the same way about it as I do like Gen Z. They can't do anything in the real world without being like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Cucumber says, humans are the new Tonewood. Jeff K, channel member, is here. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Jade Guitars is also here. Right on. We got 51,000 in the chat at the moment. Thanks for everybody being here. Martian Murray is here as well, saying howdy. Good to see you.
Cool.
Let's see. Todd 0864 says it's a different creativity. So if I were to take what that did with that song and go, that's kind of a cool riff, but then I took it and I made it my own and recorded all of my own guitar parts and recorded own drum parts and own bass parts. Basically just re-recorded the song with a couple of ideas from what it generated. Is that still acceptable? Or
I think it is. It's no different than jamming in a room with five guys. To me. I mean,
well, it
how
depends
many
on what
times
kind
have
of
you put a
jamming
drum
you're
machine
doing
on
with
it
your
and
five
come up?
guys.
Yeah, but if you did that and just didn't tell nobody, who the fuck would be any the wiser?
Don't bring Milli Vanilli into this.
Right?
Girl, you know it's true.
I don't know.
Damn it, that's gonna be stuck in my head. now.
Whether you
Or
like
what-
it or not, it's
happening.
It's the future.
Yeah, it's
I
here to
mean,
stay.
it's all over YouTube. I mean, even Henning Pauly has a featured AI song that he has with this shit with new guitars or new pedals, and you can tell, and they're generally horrible songs. But I mean, to me, it just breeds laziness and
There you go.
uncreativity.
Arkansas makes,
Because did you
AI
really
songs.
create it if you let a machine do the work for you?
Well, I mean,
I
did you
created
really
the prompt.
did you really create it if four other musicians were in a room with you and they played the music and you said this is what I want?
I'd argue that, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm somewhere along the continuum, Ryan.
Right?
How you get your inspiration. The thing is it if you if it plays you a riff, I mean, there's only 12 notes. We all know this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's you say give me an 80s thing, and chances are it's going to be a E D C or E C D
Dun,
and
dun,
over to A
dun,
and all that. It might
dun.
give you a groove idea,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
but if you just learn what it fucking played, well, of course,
Right. Yeah. Well,
Well,
I mean,
here's something
so
funny. The softer stuff I write, I'll be sitting around. I'll probably listen to Cannibal Corpse and some of the heaviest stuff in the world, and then
Yeah.
I'll sit down to write, and that'll pop out. And then when I'm listening to softer stuff all the time, like jazz and old blues and stuff, then I go to sit down and write, and I'm writing in like the lowest tuning freaking humanly possible, the most disgusting things that could be possibly made.
well, I mean, one of the tunes that I had written, or a riff that I had written, I was watching the Matrix movie. I've said this several times. And at the very end, it was like, I forget the name of the song, but it was a Rage Against the Machine song. And I was like, that is a really, really cool riff.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure out something that sounds similar to that, and I reworked it. And so,
Well, that's what you humanized it, and you took inspiration from. It's no different than a completed Van Halen song or
Right.
any other.
You're right.
To me, right?
but so did Rage Against the Machine write the song that I wrote, or did I write it?
Copyright would say a certain thing.
Yeah, man, like note for note, then obviously they wrote it. But
Well, it wasn't note for note.
then it wasn't their song, was it?
But it was inspired by it. So
That's
is it okay to be inspired by whatever the AI
Every
generated?
single
then?
song you've listened to since you popped out your mama has been inspired by something that happened prior to it.
Well, I mean, when I was before we started doing this, I was here with Easy Drummer, and I'd tap in a certain beat, and it would generate a bridge, a verse, a chorus.
So that song y'all
a
heard
B-side.
that Trev played, guess what
Yeah.
drum that is? Easy drum.
Easy drummer.
So I mean,
He's an
you know,
easy drummer.
I gave it the inspiration of what I wanted, but it
Right.
generated all the fills, all the
Right. Yeah.
Well, I go and program everything after the fact to fit the riffs.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'll
see,
take the cymbals and stuff are all pre-done. you know what I mean?
I would see that no different than a drummer sitting over in the corner and you go, no, give me a triplet here, or, give me a double bass here.
Yeah, you
know,
still
if-
gotta
if-
come up with it.
Yeah.
Like unlike AI, will be like, well, do you want this? Well, do you want this? Well, do you want this? Whereas
Right.
like otherwise, you're like, damn it, Jacob, you don't practice.
And in the writing situation, that's why I've always been, if you're contributing, you're writing. I come in with a riff and drummer says, that's cool, double stop this one here, do a turn. You're writing.
Mm-hmm.
And the bass player's coming in, I'm not telling him exactly what to play. I might say, hey, try a groove like this, but you're writing.
Yeah.
All the bands I was in, everybody in the band either had to contribute something and or sing.
Yeah.
Right.
So, because we found out real quick, you have to have more than one singer singing
Yes.
to make it
Yeah.
that
You gotta have
golden
some,
sound that everybody was looking for. It's
Yeah.
because there's more than one person.
gotta have some harmonies.
Right.
Joe is asking who the singer was. The singer AI. The singer sounded familiar. The AI, it was AI, but it was based on my brother's and my voice, and he and I have a very similar voice.
Radio
So
voice.
it was based on that. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Scott says, "Good thing YouTube is demonetizing any AI content and will even remove your channel."
Well, you have to, if you upload an AI video, you have to mark it as AI or they can remove it.
Yeah, when we upload stuff like our clips, that's one of the questions you got to ask before you upload it or
Right.
answer.
Is this AI making people say things that's not real? Is what they're worried about.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Emily wants to have sex with John.
How long did it take to do minus writing the lyrics? Well, the lyrics were done a long time ago. So it was just a matter of organizing the lyrics as, like a verse, a chorus, a bridge, and then just generating a couple of samples and saying, no, I want this different, want that different. I don't know, a total of
Oh yeah, there's those.
hour and a half or so. We did
What
that.
was the program called or the AI thing called?
I'm not going to say.
There's a few of them, but the higher you pay, the better results you're gonna get.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Scott. That I forgot about those.
I'll tell you later, John.
That's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be coming out soon anyway, so it's not.
So Papa says, as long as you're doing the playing, it counts. All is good.
So then if you just do an album of cover tunes, you wrote it?
And you played it, right?
Exactly.
Right?
And I put
didn't
my
write it,
own
but I
spin
played
on
it.
it because I can't play Eddie shit.
Joe says, laziness is what it will bring in all aspects. So some very strong opinions on both sides.
I get that too. I do get that argument.
Todd says, jam a 4-second riff and loop it 30 times. No different to me. There's so many levels to this. It comes down to what you are comfortable with. Otherwise, we should be guitar, cable, amp.
Good.
Let's see. Papa says, even when I program drums, sometimes I would have drum fills with real drums.
Yeah.
Brian says, Kiss just sold their band for $370 million.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Everything.
hologram kiss,
So it's going to be all AI generated there.
most likely.
Let's see. Fine line between Buckhead and Led Zeppelin. I have recently been enlightened about.
Buckhead or
Buckhead?
Buckethead?
Buckethead, maybe? Yeah. Let's see. Nikolai is using stem splitter to re-edit old jam tracks from my old bands. It will strip out the drums and convert to MIDI. It is amazing.
Yeah, stem split.
That's the awesome part of it. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
I use that too.
If you fed the AI that same information again, will the music be the same or different? It will be very, very, very similar, but it will be different each time.
Never regenerates the same thing.
Everybody in the bands that Scott has been in wrote their own parts always. And only exception is lyrics.
Well, I try to make other people write lyrics. I just won't. Bastards.
I got tons of them. Kevin Brava, formerly known as Peter Stroker. Randy, what's the best 5150 pickup?
How accurate are you wanting to get? We can go some serious next level nerd shit. If you
JB with a A5 whatever.
Well, a JB comes with an A5. It comes with a
cast.
Correct. You gotta swap the polished magnet to a rough cast A5 magnet. If you want
a jumper,
if you want to, no, you want you. Well, I mean, you can do that too. If you want to buy something straight out of the fucking box from a company that's pretty much there, get a DiMarzio AT1, the Andy Timmons pickup. It's pretty fucking close. But if you want to do the whole rabbit hole that Conklin and I have gone down with the JB mod,
Joe is asking, was the Monkees just early AI? If not, just how far away was it? That's a good point.
So Kevin said he wants to get very high level nerd shit. All right, so if you want to get high level nerd shit,
you came to the right place.
Buy a Seymour
What's up, Sammy?
A Seymour Duncan JB Antiquity. They have a rough cast A5 in them already. They have the long legs that you're going to have to bend, and then jumper.
What's up, Daniel Barry?
When you hook your black lead wire to the pot, get a 180K resistor and a 3.9 picofarad capacitor. Hook them together in series between the hot wire of the pickup to the pot. And that will pretty much do what needs to be done to replicate the broken coil. It was really shorted, not broken, but there you go.
And that's going to give you the live without a net Kramer sound?
That's going to give you the sound of that pickup as close as you can get without attempting to short the slug coil together. Let's face it, you're not going to get the live without a net sound without Edward's hands.
Yeah.
If you can't play the shit, the shit doesn't mean shit.
See, that sounds like Ryan playing that, not Edward.
Yes.
Well, it should.
So.
Brandy is definitely AI. You caught us.
You must go be the
play that
German
fast? Come on, bro. That's not real.
That computer's too big to be real.
Rico says, what's the best pickup for noiselessness? Active EMGs.
Well, yeah, that's the point of wax potting.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Wax,
every pickup made now is wax potted except for the Gibson stuff that is like they're trying to do true to the period correct. And I'll tell you, these 60s burst buckers that came in my Les Paul were microphonic as fuck.
Yep.
Which is why they got replaced 2 days after I bought the guitar.
Pickups that are in Claudia, those things are amazing.
They're also $550 for the set.
The white pitch is pretty good too.
What are they, the custom buckers that are in that? Mm-hmm. And those are not potted.
No, they're about as clone of a real 59 PAF pickup as you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Basically Seth lovers, right?
They sound good.
They're close to the Seth lovers, yeah, but I mean, they're...
Joe says, strive for tone, not noiselessness. Noise is okay.
I
You can always
agree.
put a noise gate on it.
Exactly. That's what those are for.
A 335 is screeching? Yeah, that's because it's a hollow body, too.
Semi-hollow. Probably
go to
doesn't have wax
Home
potted
Depot and
pickups.
Get a can
Yeah.
of spray foam.
Any kind of sound waves in the room, it's just going to cause that thing to just go crazy.
Oh, I loved it. I played it in a band where my rig was a crate bass amp 115 through a Proco Rat into an Ibanez Art Star full hollow body. And I would the point is, you like during the rhythm parts when you're just getting down on power chords, you just back up towards the amp and it starts to resonate through the body. And just...
Yep.
It was awesome.
I can remember trying to play an acoustic guitar in, the jam room with a band. And it's like, you got to go sit in the other room, Yeah, exactly. Sammy Reynolds, welcome in. He says, was Ed the first to pot pickups?
No.
According to him, he probably was.
I will say he's probably the one that made it popular, but Seymour Duncan was already experimenting with it. Larry DiMarzio was already experimenting with it. Yeah. It just wasn't standard practice in the 70s to wax pot, and Ed was always fucking with stuff. And he had that pickup rewound by Seymour, and it squealed, and
and he may have even, Seymour may have said, I'm going to experiment with dipping these in wax. And Ed may have just gone home and tried it.
I'd say he had to have gotten the idea from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Was it AI? Probably not.
Robbie says you can copper shield your pickup cavities along with wax potting your pickups.
With Faraday cage.
Is shielding and all that shit, is it necessary? I've got guitars with absolutely no shielding in them, and they're dead quiet at all.
My single coil stuff, the older stuff, 100%. Huge difference.
That's brutal.
I think what's important is the lead
ground.
From your output jack to wherever it's going, whether it's a switch or a potentiometer, as long as that's shielded, I think that suffices.
I don't think any of my newer stuff is Faraday caged. Unless it comes from the factory like that. I think at the very least they put it on the back of pick guards these days. Like the little cavity covers.
To go back to the Van Halen thing real quick, I think, because that's what we do here.
Hang on. Are the Seth lovers wax potted or no?
No.
No.
They are not.
No.
Awesome, though.
I think you can get them,
You can.
the Duncan ones, from their wax potted.
They're called something.
There
else.
you go. Bo says it right there. Eddie came to Wayne Charvel and asked Wayne Charvel
Right.
if he had a way to silence his pickups. And Wayne Charvel had told him about this other guy that had been dipping his pickups in wax. So Eddie went and, what do you buy in Southern California? Sex wax for your surfboard. And that's what Eddie started wax potting his pickups with. When DiMarzio started doing it in like 79 or 80, they started doing it with the vacuum process.
Rico shielded his room like a Faraday cage. It may help a bit, but I redid my electrical too.
Got tinfoil everywhere.
Playing
And
guitar
the
with
hat.
He got it on his head. Yeah. he's got the bucket tin hat. Yeah.
Remember
bucket
that
hat.
the fucking thing that Doc Brown was wearing when Marty went back to 1955?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say a word.
Blue Mox gear question: does anyone run a compressor to emphasize legato and
Then I
pinch?
can't hear the guitar because all I hear is
Nope.
I
like
don't.
play
I don't.
that
run-
kind of compressor.
I don't like to run one. He's talking about an air compressor. I don't like to run one because I like to be able to get some dynamic, out of the picking force and whatnot.
Turn the threshold down.
Yeah, but it's just not the same.
I do.
Some
Not,
are,
not for me. Not for
heavier
me.
gauge
Anyway.
strings, to get the string chiminess, you have to run compression.
I do when I'm running clean.
Clean.
Very clean.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I've never used a compressor on a distorted tone.
No.
Oh yeah, all the fall stuff, bro. It's all compressed. Otherwise, it'd be so mismatched.
It's also too the type of amp you're using. Like the preamp gain is a natural compressor, right?
Right.
And if you're running your gain up, anywhere past 5, you're going to put a compressor on top of compression. It doesn't make sense, right?
I
That's
thought
why
he
I
was
say
going to
not
say,
to
if you're running your
overcompress.
gain as high as fucking Randy and Jimmy are,
Well, mine
Whatever
goes
you
to
like,
11.
man.
my gain's on 11 o'clock.
Mine's on 11.
Yeah, but if you put yours up to 2 o'clock, it's just.
And I run a mono synth in the background, and that's got a saw distortion over it.
That's
I do,
awesome.
I do have the gain level on the SD1 on like 2.
And your level is what, 8?
Yeah. I use the I'm a lot of the settings.
It's the old TS9 settings too.
Could do the Zach Wild SD1 settings 666.
Of course.
Is that what he did?
Yeah. That's what he still does. He just
You know
does
what's
it with
funny
his
about
MXR
that?
pedal.
Like the SD1,
Which is-
the TS9. It can
Clipping
sound really
versus
good
asymmetrical clipping?
with the other way too. It can sound really good with your level low and your gain high.
Yeah.
Just depend on what you're feeding into it.
Well, we know Zach was playing 800s,
Yeah.
so 666 works when you've got a cranked 800.
Yep.
I mean, Yuji uses his settings on his 800s, but his 800s are modded, so
Right.
the bad boy.
He sounds really good, man. That dude.
Oh, dude, fucking killer. Speaking of amps, Jimmy and I have been looking around at different things, options. Jimmy's got something coming. I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. I'll let him discuss that probably after it gets here and he fucks with it.
Sends it back, Jay Hannon.
I think I'm going to pull the trigger on the, now that I know how to properly pronounce it, the Hot Tone Amperos 2 stage.
Isn't that what Steve runs?
I don't know if he's using the stage or the stomp or the 2 or what.
I had looked at those. So
They
interested to see how that turns out.
their capture. I've watched a ton of like what's his name? Jed from Sonic Drive. He did he did the tone capture because it does the same thing like a quad or a Kemper does. Versus he did his MT-15, the Mark Tremonti, the small Tremonti head.
Yeah.
And it is so dead nuts close. And he was up front. He's like, I'm not running it through this. I'm running it direct, blah, blah, blah. Because he's like, I feel like most people that are going to buy this are going to run it direct. There's no post processing done to it. So, but just kind of going through, I can't really find too many bad reviews of the Ampero 2 stage or the Stomp for that matter. But
So is that a solid state front end on that?
yeah, it's
Or
a
am I
fucking it's a fucking modeler.
It is a modeler. Okay, I was thinking
Yeah.
of Blue Note stuff. You know that guy from Sweden?
No. You're thinking of the Hughes and Kettner.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe, yeah.
But
That's
they
cool.
there's a dude did a like a 90s Van Halen tone with it. And it really, when it comes to that this newer modeling stuff, I think the IR is 90% of it.
I think so, buddy.
And there's a lot of guys out there now that they have their IRs for free. I mean, Leon Todd's one of them.
Yep.
And Leon's IR that he uses on everything, I mean, he's got it in different formats, a wave format for your quad and any of your other modelers versus the Axifex version and whatever.
I'm the same way. I use all my own custom IRs.
Right. And I think that's when it comes to most of the modern modeler stuff, that's the IR's probably the biggest part of how it sounds.
100% the biggest factor. It's the last thing to hit the chain.
But
Typically.
Everybody, from everything I've seen, it ranks higher than the Turd Master Pro by Fender, which apparently it finally got like a massive firmware update that people are like saying they finally fixed a bunch of shit.
It was latency issues.
Well, all their gain amps sounded like shit when I got.
Yeah, it
And
was.
sent,
I was
and
never a
sent
fan
back.
of
It was
any of
bad.
Well, those tones came from they already had a bunch of apps on online you could get. I forget who the company was, but it was all licensed through Fender. So the same basic thing again, but they did it for the pedal basically.
Yeah, I mean, the big deal with that was it was the first modeler to have a legit 5153
Licensed, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, dude, I fucked around with speakers, the mic placements, and just could never get it to sound
Yeah,
great.
but you pumped in a good IR, it would have fixed it.
Probably.
No, that had lots of problems at the time, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
we're rolling up on almost a year ago when I bought that. But,
Yeah.
but
No, you were fit to be tied. You'd been fucking around with it all afternoon, and then.
well,
you
yeah, I
jumped on
fucked
for an
around with
hour
it
or
for
two.
like,
It was
six hours and couldn't get anything usable out of it.
yeah.
But doing research on it, it's like, Fractal's still the king with the neural quad cortex running a close second. And then they're saying, all these people now are saying that this Ampero 2 stage is killing the Kempers. For
What's the price point on those?
$699.
Well, the
Yeah,
Kempers
it's
weren't
worth-
all
it's
that
worth
great
trying
to
it.
start with.
Pull it and you give her a rip, and you don't like it, send it back.
Exactly. You get 45 days to return it. If it sucks, send it back.
Yep. Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Oh, man, come on.
So I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on one of those here in the next week or so. And like I said, if it sucks, I'll send it back.
I'd be curious to see how it sounds. I was interested in those as well when I was on the trek for the B rig.
Whatever happened there?
I just kind of gave up.
Right. Okay. I was gonna
When
say,
your
did
A-rig's
a
that
B-rig
good.
happen that I missed?
I could do an AB. Check this out. This is Glenn Flicker. This is his free IR.
It just now loaded up, Scott.
That's Glenn Flicker. All right, this is my custom ones. The subbiness.
Yeah, it's definitely got the bottom end depth, eh? And
I'd say
width.
Glenn's just sounds like a modeler. It just sounds bigger, even though it's a little bit quieter.
We just had like
Volume.
50 chat messages that all just loaded in all at once. Guess YouTube is hanging up again.
YouTube's being weird. You might drop down to like 360p.
I watched a little bit prior because
You're right, Todd.
What happened was I went to work at 4 o'clock this morning, and I got home at 4:30, and I put a movie on, and then all of a sudden it was 20 after 6. I don't know what happened there, but I was listening and it was smooth then.
Glenn Fricker is definitely deaf. But you remember, Scott, according to Glenn Fricker, nothing matters but the speaker. Pickups don't matter, your amp doesn't matter, your strings don't matter. Nothing matters but the speakers.
Is that Canadian guy?
Well, your eye sure didn't sound like shit then.
Right.
And these are the newer classic V30s, I think. And then my custom IRs are V30s in the older V30s in a, what was that? It was an oversized Mesa.
The greatest cab ever made.
That's why it's so
One
subby.
of those over there.
The oversized rectifier cab.
You don't recognize that oomph?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I know that oomph well. I try to dial that in on my modeled tone.
Yeah, I looked for it for years. I was like, I'm just going to make my own. Fuck this. I called my buddy up. I'm like, can I come over there and mess with some stuff? He's like, if you ain't going to break nothing. I'm like, well, if I do, I'll buy it.
It's funny. I have.
I think it's there.
You get a little bit of a thud.
Well, it's actually the cab I'm using in that Knuckles pedal is actually has EVs in it
Nice.
because the V30 cabs didn't sound good.
I can go down -7.
Oh, wait, that was an actual real speaker.
The fact that you can still hear it is nuts. Cortex.
The those Mesa cabs do have that. It's the construction, because I've got this one here, which is 2 Greenies 25 and 2 30s V30s.
Nice. That's a good combo.
If I plug in the 212 Mesa cab, it's got this low end girth to it that this 412 doesn't even have.
The thicker wood, it's an oversized cab, deeper wells.
Do they stuff those?
I don't think so.
No, they're empty.
Should be. Why would
Because
you
it
want
almost
stuff?
sounds like it's, and it doesn't sound muffled, but it sounds like it's just fucking like a brute cab.
What did
is.
what did Santana say? Oh man, this thing boogies.
Right. See, like Pete says here, the IR is definitely 90% of the equation, and then the tone might sound shitty on its own, but then will sound amazing in a mix.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And see, I'd like to have Pete on here. I mean, Pete does all his own albums and all that stuff, and his tones are always great. I'd like to hear a little bit more about what he does to get his tones. He's got a fucking badass amp collection, and guitar collection.
Are you
It's
using
all-
the real
it's-
amps?
It's all about where everything is living in the frequency range.
Yeah, Pete, are you using real amps, or are you using, because you've got some modeler stuff too? What are you using? A combination, or?
You could just be
Do
using
tell.
a load box and running the amps right in. Then IR the crap out of them. I mean, that's ideally what I would want to do.
Like that?
Yep. Exactly.
280.
I just don't have an amp that does it good. I have that Rev, but the Rev circuit's noisy. So for the heavy,
Absolutely nothing wrong
tight
with
shit,
that,
it don't
Todd.
work.
Those were some good cabinets.
Yep. It's funny. I sent R2. I saw one of the old 80A MP1 combos on Reverb a while back. I'm like, here you go, bro. He's like, dude, I fucking used to have one of those.
Was it like totally expensive?
It was pretty pricey.
Yeah, I think so. I saw them back then, but they weren't the ones everybody got.
Yeah, dude, let's set something up, man. Get you on here and pimp your stuff.
Next Tuesday. Bring them on.
Love to have
See
you
you
on.
next Tuesday.
Right on.
Yeah,
So-
Scotty. Scotty brings up a good Glenn Fricker point. Remember when he said guitar wood doesn't matter, but then later he said the wood of your cab is made of is what matters? Yeah. He's all
No,
wood.
then he
the
doubled
wood doesn't
back down.
matter, but your cab wood matters. But it's all just the speakers.
And he's like, oh, well, maybe acoustic would matter. I'm like, bro, just stop.
Digging yourself a hole.
Yeah. Stop.
Crawfish.
Yoast.
Stick to the recording equipment. That's what you know.
You guys said girth.
We're never gonna score.
There you go. So Pete says on his new album, which is great, by the way. Actually, it's been on my my playlist here since it came out back in May. He used a combo on the new album. It was all real amps running into his fractal and used all effects off the fractal. Mm-hmm. All the cleans were a modeler.
That's what I do here.
Nice.
Except I got the clean channel as well. So
Pete's got all kinds of cool ass amps. I think he's got a Red 7. He's got a KSR. All kinds of good shit.
that's awesome.
He's got some sick custom Sirs and Lux Tone. And don't you have one of those new Lux Tone Kaijus ordered up, Pete?
The gentleman, yeah.
Peter Stroker says he uses 2 Uber cabs. See, I like the Ubershaw cabinets too, and those are hit and miss with people.
I don't know. They always smell funny, and the guy always argues with me.
Does he want to see your papers?
Or your
Why, do they
peppers.
smell like German dungeon porn?
I was going to say onions and curry, but it's okay.
Man. Well, boys, I'm going to split out for tonight. You guys have a good rest of the show, and I will see everybody next time.
See you later, brother.
Later, man.
See you, boys.
Yeah, Glenn is deaf. That's why he yells all the fucking time. So yeah, Pete does have one of the new Kaijus on order, but it's taking forever. Those are pretty cool. Those are Lux Tone's new Explorer-shaped object.
Yeah, they're good cabs.
Yep.
I think. I had.
Engel cabs are great too.
That's what this is here. weighs a ton though. Fucking hell.
Then, you know, how many people are going to tell you can go wrong with a 1960 A or B
Depends
cab?
what's in it.
V30s in a B.
That'll work. Yeah. There's one of them in
I don't like
particular-
angled cabs, so
What's that?
I don't like angled cabs anyway.
You like the straight ones?
I'm a straight cab guy. I do not like angled cabs.
I've always used angles. I like them. Why?
Depends if you want it to hit you in the face.
Thing?
I feel like it fucking it could just be perception, but I feel like angled cabs fucking squish too much of the low end.
I think it's perception because it's hitting you in the face.
Then, like I said, that's possible.
If you stood away from it, I bet you the low end's there.
Because when I bought that 5152, the cab that came with it was an angled cab, an angled PV cab, and I fucking hated it. I'm like, where's all the low end? And, you know, I took the Sheffields out of it and put vintage 30s in it because that's what I like. And, you know, when you're used to an oversized Mesa cab, it doesn't compare. So, and my oversized Mesa cab is straight, it's not angled. So that had to go. I ended up selling that cab to some dude locally for like $300.
When?
2008 or 9.
Right.
Because, dude, I had a cheap ass Randall cab that came with their shitty Jaguar speakers. And I took the Jaguars out and put vintage 30s in it, and fucking A, it's a completely different animal. Completely different sounding cab.
Yeah.
So I would, for when we would play bigger shows at like Center Stage or something like that, Masquerade, somewhere that, you know, held at least 1,000 people or something, I would run 2 cabs.
Right.
So.
Well, this one had, when I got this off of Steve, it had 4 V30s in it, and I took 2 out of the top and I put the greenbacks up there.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that was you know, it's perfect mate with a Marshall style amp.
Yeah, I tried doing in that Randall cab. I took the Jaguar speakers out, and originally I swapped them for Eminence. I had 2 Texas Heats and 2 Patriots in an X pattern.
Right.
And those weren't bad. And then I ended up swapping the Patriots for the Eminence Swamp things, and it sounded better. And then I got a hold of some made in England V30s, like what's in my Mesa cab, and done.
Yeah.
Still have that Randall. I still have that Randall cab too.
English speakers in there. None of that Chinese stuff or wherever.
Well, you know, it's funny when you see it on stage. You see that Randall cab next to the Mesa cab. It's such a dwarf. It just looks fucking tiny next to that Mesa cab.
I still have them dartboard. Maybe I'll put them back up once people chill the frick out.
Scotty says there's books from JBL and Altec on how to design speaker cabs from the 40s. That's the shit. Cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, Scotty, I don't know if y'all saw it in the chat. Scotty got him a nice new to him Malmsteen Strat.
Cool. That's awesome, man.
That Ingeteen Malmsteen. Ingeteen Malmsteen.
And I throw it away.
I don't eat no fucking donuts.
I don't eat no fucking donut.
This is my one of the guys I like watching Matt Armstrong. His brand new second hand.
Yeah.
It's not sweet picking.
Scotty said he loves that new Malmsteen Strat. So that's
Good
cool,
for you,
man.
brother.
That's cool. I like the YJM pickups. I've used them for neck pickups and a few different guitars.
I think
they
they
sound
like
pretty good.
SSL5 style or no?
Kinda.
Yeah.
I think they've got a little more bass response. The big thing is everyone thinks they're hotter than they actually are, and they're not. I mean, they're overwhelmed, but they're not just screaming.
That's what it is. Yeah, an overwhelmed SSL5.
But they've got the characteristics tonally of a pickup that seems like it's very overwhelmed. They're kind of like the how the Air Norton is. It sounds hotter than it really is. So, I mean, it's just like he used to use the DiMarzio HS2s, and they're not super hot. So, Todd wants to know greenback versus creamback.
Never tried a creamback.
I haven't either.
Just
I had a
greenbacks
cab,
for me.
a Vox, not the current one, but I had an older one. It had a combination of green and cream, and it was one of the. It's one of the combos I wish I never got rid of.
It was really good, eh?
Yeah, really like silky. You know that? It's got like that
Silky
thick,
smooth.
that silky thick mid-range chime. You know, it's a Vox. You know,
Jimmy, have you ever messed with WGS speakers? I haven't.
white girl socks speakers.
He's pointing into the darkness.
Speaking into nothing because he's muted.
He loses power or something.
We can't hear you.
That whole conversation was with you in the room.
Requesting isolation.
Unmute your shit. Look at those
Can you
creamy
hear
thighs.
that?
I see
Actually, yes.
What does that mean?
It sounds like this.
Yeah, my big Albion cabinet has two WGS Retro 30s and two British Lead 80s. And they're awesome. I think the Albion cab's basically the same dimensions as the Mesa oversized.
So it's the same dimensions, basically?
Yep. And I like the Retro 30s over the V30s. They have less of that pronounced mid-spike
Right.
to them and a little bit softer in the top end. And then the British Lead 80s, they're a little bit brighter than the classic Lead Celestian 80s that they're kind of modeled after. Because the classic Lead 80s are a dark sounding speaker.
Right.
Yeah, vintage 30s are kind of the default for a lot of guys. But I've had a Marshall cab with vintage 30s in it, and it was, like you said, mid-spiky and harsh.
Yeah.
And I stayed away from them for a lot of years, and then, I tried this because fucking Dave Friedman, and I don't know if those were shitty Chinese speakers I had in the other one, but these were the made in England ones, and it's fucking perfect.
Yep. The Chinese ones do not sound the same as the made in England ones at all. But see, I feel like I like the vintage 30s because of the mid spike, because it really lets me bump the low end up on the amp.
And it's pleasant in the proper English speakers. Like I like the EQ curve on that.
Right.
I mean, speakers are kind of. I mean, they're kind of neat because you can actually mod speakers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, go ahead, you got a speaker that's too bright. Cut the dust cap out of the center and glue a bigger one into it.
Have you done that sort of stuff, Jimmy?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's amazing how much. I mean, even a dust cap a 1/4 inch bigger in diameter will reduce the high end off of a speaker, the thickness of the cone, its ability to move back and forth. I mean, the amount of doping on the edges. I mean, all that stuff affects how the speaker reacts. I know that one of the big gripes about the PV speakers is they sound like a big angry can of bees, and it's because they're super stiff speakers. They got thick cones, and they got a lot of doping, and that speaker doesn't want to move a lot. So you have to. I mean, they do sound good, but you have to punish the holy living hell out of them.
Well, that's what
to get them to loosen up.
James Brown said that Ed did when they were doing the 5150 head in the cab was he would just fucking, and he did this. Supposedly, he did the same thing with the Fender-made cabinets. Was he would just go in there, crank the head, roll the guitar volume up, and just lean the guitar against the cab and let it just feed back for fucking 2 weeks.
Dave Freeman does the same thing.
Oh, he said what's he say? He puts a cab on the ground and has a track on a looper, a guitar track on a looper to break speakers in.
Yeah, you would think multi-frequency would be the way to go, right?
Right. See, look, Bent Tom's here, says speakers are the most important part of your sound, in my humble opinion. Well, at least you didn't fucking yell at me about it, Tommy. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, so
What the fuck?
the big PV, the 412E cab that came with the Classic Series amps that had the tweed covering on them. It was an oversized 412, and the one that I bought when I was in Kansas City had a quad of 1230s Sheffields in them, and somebody had played the hell out of that cab. And those 1230s sounded, I mean, freaking amazing in that cabinet.
Yeah.
And that's why I never got onto the 1230 sound like shit. And it's like, well, it's because it's a speaker, and that speaker demands that some things have to happen before it will give up the goods.
Yep.
Well, I think even more so than speakers are the ultimate. You got to find the match for the cab, right? It's like we got to put this pickup in this guitar because it's a bright guitar. Same with cabs, man.
Yep.
Like, yeah, and I think even more noticeable.
I was going to touch on this real quick. What Todd was saying. How about cutting the speaker back in the late '80s for the Paranoid solo? When did that Sabbath album come out? 70. That was what Iommi did to get that fucking fuzziness. When on the I think it's on Iron Man, it's on the guitar solo for Paranoid. He had like 2 speakers in the cab. They were fucking cut.
Who would have thought, eh?
I can replicate that sound.
There you go.
I can replicate it. Where's my knife?
But if you add that, so I'll take it out of solo mode. It's a synth. It just sounds like a broken speaker.
Oh, and Scotty, to answer your question that you asked me however many 20 minutes ago on Messenger, 19 should be the those are the Duncans.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Sorry for the sludge.
Whatever, Quentin.
I looked up, I was like, oh no, they heard that. Sorry.
Pull this up real quick.
I don't even know what tuning this is. Hold on, let me find out. So we're back to C. That's how far down we went. It's the final C that you can hit before it becomes inaudible.
So here's the pic Scotty sent me. This is Scotty's new Malmsteen Strat.
Ooh, I like the headstock.
Beauty, buddy.
Look at that. Look at that. We'll even zoom in on it a little bit.
What even is
move
that?
it around.
What the hell is even that?
What even the hell?
When are you putting a Floyd on it?
Yeah, Scott.
Exactly.
Those are the Duncans. The DiMarzios didn't have any markings on them that were Ingve related. Yours say YJM on the top of the bobbins. Those are the Duncans.
Needs a Floyd, you need to flatten out that fretboard.
Does the radius matter when it's scalloped like that? But no, in all seriousness, man, congrats. I hope you fucking cherish that thing.
Killer thing.
Welcome
man.
to bending the notes out of pitch.
Relearning to play the guitar.
I have never played a scallop board. So.
No, never?
Nah. Oh, I played like past the, what was it, like the last 5 were?
Like on the gens?
Vi does that too.
It's a Vi thing. Yeah.
Scotty says the speaker slashing thing is a myth.
Okay.
No, there's punk rockers that straight up still do it to this day.
Of course, Tommy's go, oh, that looks like my 69.
Yeah, I think he used the ring modulator to replicate it live, but I remember reading a Guitar World interview with him from like the 90s or some shit where they talked about it, and he said in the interview there were 2 speakers that were cut for that solo on the album.
Tommy, one of these days you got to come on here and feature some of your gear, dude.
Don't do it, Jimmy. Awesome. No. We got like a big chat dump here. Fuck off, Nightbot.
Yeah, you can bend 2 steps easy. All you have to do is just press down.
Oh, to your Floyd question, he says no way it plays like a dream.
Perfect, man.
And
that's
then
awesome.
he plays light anyway. And Tommy's talking about his 69. 69, dudes!
Yeah, we got to get him on here, man. I would like for him to come on and show his mini Echo Rec. He got one of the real ones. It's an actual with the disc and all the rest of it.
Zach says he's not saying anything about the speakers. He doesn't know speakers. He just wants to play guitar.
That's fair.
Fair enough. Zach said he don't care about no next level nerd shit.
Speaker. What's a speaker?
Speaker. The speckers.
Idiots.
I don't even use speakers. No, well, I guess I do have monitors.
You don't even use speakers.
I don't. I have headphones all the time, but I guess those are technically speakers too.
They're not tone shaping speakers. I guess they are too. No?
Yeah. Everything I have is professional studio shit. So
No.
the worst part is like trying to listen to normal people music, like normal Spotify sounds like ass in my studio.
Yeah.
I have a separate boombox over there for Spotify. Everything's super bright and low. Like the low end is so big. I have to keep turning everything off.
That's awesome. You see Tommy here? Oh, go ahead. You'll get to it, I guess.
I did see today that if you did not get your limited edition Randy Rhoads MXR Distortion Plus, they're putting out another version of it called the Concord version, and it's white and gold. So you'll have another shot at it.
Tommy forgot he owns the Echo Rec. Okay, Bo. I think I got one of these back here.
Right.
That's not... That's some serious kit.
Todd says Zach got it right. He shall have a tech one day. That's always my favorite, is when you watch these rig rundowns and they ask the guys about all this. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I can tell you about my guitars to a point, but anything past that, I don't know shit. And then you've got the guys that are all into it, tell you every little detail about their rig.
I'm kind of that way. It's like, I don't know, ask Steve. Luckily, he's here. And I have a guy like Steve.
These pickups don't clean up at all.
Tommy's asking if I got my
Tried naphtha.
Friedman Jose.
Yeah, that Alta 100's got all the Jose mods, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not, that
Simple
Jose, it sounds awesome, but it's got that Dave polish on it. And after having something very close to the JMP, with that, it's unleashed, high end. I'm not interested in the Friedman stuff. Sounds great.
Speaking of Dave, I did bust Dave's balls a little bit Sunday on the amp show. I was like,
for the paid advertisement.
I said, for the love of God, will you please get Joe Holmes on Tone Talk? He's like, it's fucking happening. I've already talked to him about it. He's just not tech savvy. He's like, so we're going to have to do it here.
He's a retard.
He's retarded that can play like a motherfucker.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That was sure was nice of Jason to give us a shout out on his amp show after John paid him.
I gave him $20 to tell him thanks for the fucking head.
Right.
Like I said, here's $20. Can you shout out my show?
Same thing. No, that was cool though, for real.
That is cool.
Good night, Rob.
Oh man, I'm almost there.
Take it easy, Robbie.
Check this out.
Dreamy.
Yeah, that's not. Jesus, I had to like do so much crap because this. If I put this all the way up, it doesn't do clean.
Pretty ambient.
It just keeps going. I'm not even doing anything.
It's amazing how far that's come in such a short time. Like I remember 5-6 years ago looking at the Maris pedals and stuff, right? Like $500, and they'll do something similar to that, what you just did there. It was like $500 for one thing. It's like, fuck off, man.
There's Kurt. Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
Cool. Danny's got a channel. Killer.
Yeah. How about,
Whoa, Kurt.
RJ was talking about that.
Well, he's got an album out now, or I don't know if it's out yet, or if he's...
Yeah, it's out.
What changed? I thought he didn't. He was the type that didn't do social media and all that shit.
He needs to sell some
He's
shit.
doing YouTube. He's got all the socials up.
I can tell you who talked him into it. The same guy that said he would never have a Facebook or an Instagram, that YouTube was just going to be it, and that would be Tom Bukovac, who also has an Instagram now. Book and Dan Huff are like super fucking tight.
And a Kramer.
Why not, man? It's a revenue stream for them, right? Fucking right.
Yep.
Let's do it.
I think Bukovac had a big hand in Dan doing a new album.
Was it you that sent that interview with Book and him to me? Or
Yeah.
Did I send it to you? Yeah.
Oh, I'm all about some Tom Bukovac. I fucking love that guy.
Yeah. I love me some Dan Huff, too.
I was busting his balls the other day, too. He posted a video up. It might have been a week or so ago where he was playing slide. And he's just fucking... I mean, the dude's badass at anything he plays.
Yep.
And I commented on the video. And I was like... And Book says he's a shit slide player. Sounds great to me. And he responded back. He goes, I never said that. I have to play slide in the studio all the time. I'm like, motherfucker, yes, you did. You said it on Tone Talk.
He said, oh, okay, Stalker Randy.
He gets called out for shit like that all the time, and his response is always the same. He goes, you guys really don't forget anything, do you?
That's an old timer thing to say.
He did. He did.
Snappers
It
don't
was
forget nothing.
it was when Pete jumped in on Book's on the Tone Talk with Bukovac, and
Pete
somebody, yeah, Pete's a big Bukovac fan, and they had never met.
Who isn't?
Right. They had never met, so I guess Dave gave him the link, and he jumped on, and Bukovac was all fucking excited that Pete was there and shit. And somebody did like a super chat or something, and said, "How can you play some slide or something in one of your next videos?" And he's like, "I'm such a shit slide player, man. You play slide, Pete?" It's like, the internet does not forget, Tom. I give the guy a break. He's like fucking 55. Played on a hell of a lot more fucking albums than I ever have or will. It's played on
a fucking monster. Just an absolute monster.
Did you see that? Because we know I'm a sucker for Strats.
Yeah.
His video, I think he put it up yesterday.
I haven't been so fucking busy.
Fucking, he picked up a Chopper 59 Strat.
Put it in the chopper.
And it's got pickups from like a 70 in it, and the board's been flattened out to a 12 and had jumbo frets put on it and shit. And he's like, I didn't pay a whole lot for it because it's a chopper. And he gets that thing set up and strung up and was just like, this may be the best chopper fucking guitar I've ever bought.
Really?
Dude, and he's like, I've got to compare it. So he gets like that 59, his 65 that was also a chopper that was like the greatest Strat he'd ever bought. And then he's got like a 75 and another Strat. He's just comparing them, and that 59 is just insane.
I didn't know that, Sammy.
Yeah. There you go.
He's another. I when I first saw Robert Baker, I was kind of like, I don't know, but I like him now.
You know, Robert Baker was a big part of when Bukovac started his channel, giving
he's
him
in Nashville too, yeah.
Well, he wasn't back then. He's been in Nashville for maybe 2 years now.
Has anyone checked out the Boss Waza Air headphones?
Nope.
I'm assuming they're wireless.
Yep.
Or the Air, yeah. I don't do wireless latency and all that.
Scott says, yeah, he slammed the Schaller tuners.
Strats and chicks, fat chicks. He likes fat chicks.
I do not like fat women. I just don't like fucking emaciated Holocaust survivors.
Is fucking Emily Ratajkowski an emaciated
She's
Holocaust survivor?
She's pretty goddamn thin.
She is thin. See, my theory on all of that is look at how fucking fat I am. There's only room for one fat person, and it's me. So I take no responsibility.
I don't need to see her fucking full rib cage under a set of double D's. Sorry.
Sexy, man.
No. Yeah,
Anyways.
I guess somebody had put Schaller tuners on that 59, and Boot was calling him a piece of shit, and because they had a new holes drilled and all that shit, so he put some Godo, the Kluson, old school Kluson Repro tuners back on it. And then he was bitching. It was funny. The best part about it was when he was bitching that they had flattened the fretboard out. He's like, I don't usually fuck with that shit. I like round fretboards. And he starts playing it. He's like, I don't know. I may have to start flattening my old Strat fretboards. This is actually pretty good. I think he said they'd only flatten it like a 12. He's like, you know, that's popular with all the blues guys with these old Strats. They would flatten the board and put jumbos on it. I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I'm not really a blues guy, but I mean, I do the same shit.
I really think it's more about the neck profile in the back than the radius, because if it's a big, chunky neck of a certain shape, the flat radius is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm with Bent Tom. A little thick.
A little different.
Well, boys, it's almost 11 o'clock for me.
Yeah. I gotta go build a pizza.
I'm just wondering why nobody on here has done their, like everybody fucking else on this platform has done their cover of the Mama I'm Coming Home solo
Fuck
yet.
off, man.
I scroll through Instagram, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, and it's like every third fucking reel is like,
Don't fucking play it, man. It's like when it's to the point now where I hear it, I want to fucking punch my own phone. Like, that's stupid.
it's just like, there were so many other great Ozzy solos that you could play to pay tribute to Ozzy other than, I mean, I get it, but.
I remember I saw a thing there, and it was, it just says Wolfgang Van Halen plays Ozzy, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. He's gonna do fucking Bark at the Moon or some fucking no.
Mama, I'm coming
Did
home.
you see Skullneck do D in the beginning to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty epic on his
I
9
don't
string.
fucking like Alex Skolnick anyway. Fuck that guy.
You don't like him?
Nope.
You don't like his playing, or you don't like him personally? Is he
I
a
don't
dick or
really
something?
like anything about him.
I don't know.
It sucks because I like Testament, but
I really liked their Low album with him on it. That was good.
I had a run-in with Alex Skolnick. I don't know, dude. I was like 22.
Yeah.
Met him, and he was a complete fucking dickhead. So I was like, oh, fuck this guy.
Yep, done with him.
Kind of like the time I met Vince Neil. Fuck that guy, too.
I don't need to.
I kind of
meet that guy to say,
I kind of
"Fuck that guy."
expected Vince Neil to be a dickhead, but you know.
He did not disappoint, Randy.
So. Yes,
Huff
God, I
is a
think
son of a bitch now, 'cause
I think that's why everybody's doing that Mama I'm Coming Home solo, because the Randy and Jake solos are way harder than the Zach solos. And you know, Zach did that to himself. Zach purposefully said, I'm going to stick to pentatonics and try and make something out of it. But you got to look at the time frame, you know, 88. He's like, you know, you play harmonic minor or Hungarian or whatever, everyone's going to compare you to Yngwie. If you start doing all this tapping shit, everyone's going to compare you to Eddie and Vito. And
yeah.
he's like, there ain't at the time there wasn't anybody playing pentatonic shit except for Slash, and they were fucking brand new. So
Tommy Danny has a new Huff out, or
Yes.
new Tyler out.
he does.
Oh, I did not see that. I've been out of it for the last 2 weeks. Just been so.
Like a signature model that you can order.
Hey, you ain't seen Andy Woods? Dan
Tyler?
Huff? Yeah. Well, it's a Sir, but he did
Yeah. I saw that.
Dan Huff spec on it.
So it's different than his old yellow one they did and the burst one.
Yeah, you can. Well, the burst one's based off. What year was his Strata? 60?
60 something, early 60s. I think.
60 or 61? Maybe a 59?
There's so much for me to look at. We gotta say goodbye, so I can go scroll.
But yeah, they do the. They're doing like a Huff spec Tyler.
That's good for $7,000.
Yes, fuck that. I couldn't spend $7,000 and get that headstock. Ain't no fucking way.
You take it home and customize it.
I'd turn it
The
to.
rotor
I'd
up.
have to turn it into like a beak headstock or some shit. It's like they did a guitar for Jim Root. And, you know, it's like his Charvels. It's got his 2 humbuckers, EMG humbuckers, and then a Floyd and all that, and a pretty cool finish. And then it's that fucking headstock. Ugh.
I'm not a hugest fan, but I don't have the hatred.
If
for
I
it
was
that you
ever
guys
going to
seem
agree
have
with
it.
Quentin James, Tyler and McMull headstocks need to be thrown in the trash.
I don't know that one. But
The McMull is worse than the Tyler, though. I think Quentin will agree with me on that, too.
yeah, it's not the most pretty thing, that's for sure.
No, it's unique. You know what it is when you see it.
Oh, that's just a little bit of set coming up.
I've been looking. Bent Tom says once you play a Tyler, you'll love the headstock. It's the best playing Strat style guitar you'll ever play.
Yeah,
Dude,
the setup, the electronics are awesome.
I think Bent Tom's got one of these. I've been looking at the LSLs here lately. I think he's got an LSL, or he had one.
Lady Gaga can go gargle with
My
piranhas.
balls.
What?
I don't want piranhas near my balls. She can't go gargle with my balls and piranhas. That's bad.
Who?
Lady Gaga. She can gargle my balls and then go jump in a pool of
She
piranhas.
can sing like a motherfucker, that one.
Yeah, there you go. Bent Tom says LSL is close to a Tyler for half the fucking price.
What is an LSL? So much I don't know.
Well, Michael Torrin be back. Well, John's got to set that up to get Michael Torrin on here. He said he was down.
LSL guitars.
He pops in
Jesus.
from
They
he
are
pops
cheap.
he pops in from time to time, Darren.
Yeah, he was. I told him to send an email to Ryan's because we don't have any.
Just fucking email him. His email is on his channel, I'm sure.
Right. Yeah, I can do that. $2,800 here in Canada for a LSL.
Yeah.
Sadakoi. That's not bad at all.
We don't play on Tuesdays. We just talk guitars and gear and stuff.
Vortex Photography. What the fuck am I doing here? Nobody's playing or shit. Fuck you. I'm out of here. I'm offended. Come back Thursday.
No.
But if you really want to hear it, come back on Saturday. And if you're really into it, bring your guitar and you can play on Saturday with us.
Yeah.
Oh, Tuesdays is always gear talk. Always gear talk.
People seem to like the gear talk on Tuesday, man. It's been killing us and killing views over Thursdays here lately.
It's been good, yeah. It's fun too, man. It's so much fun just to kind of get a stream of consciousness going, and you know, I mean, we talked about 94 things today already.
Yep. So, yeah, it's 11 o'clock. I got to get off here. I got to go.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Let's wrap her up.
Wrap her up. Thanks everybody for coming out, hanging out, and listening to us ramble about all kinds of gear stuff and hating Glenn Fricker and all that kind of stuff. Quentin will be live in 5 minutes.
Probably.
Quentin's live already. This has been my background music the whole time.
Maddie's playing
There you go.
Vortex.
There you go. Isn't it pretty? Well, you can end it at any moment now.
See you, everybody.
See ya.
Adios.